Hi, I'm Mark Lopez.
And I'm Thomas Ouellette.
And this is The Power of Four. How are you doing, Thomas?
I'm doing good. Mark, how are you doing?
Good.
Take it back. Do that again.
No.
Do it again. I like the way you said that.
You don't like... No?
No.
Okay. Ask me again.
How are you doing?
Great.
All right, Mark, come on. What was that?
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
We'll do it one more time.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't want to hear from you ever again. I'm doing very good.
Doing good?
Next
good
week
too.
is supposed to get colder, and I'm very excited.
Hell yeah, man.
You like the cold?
I like the cold. I love the cold.
Good.
Cold. It's great.
Good.
Love it. We next podcast we should have some new mics. So
yes, indeed. So if anybody out there, some fans out there that are like, wow, you guys sound trash, we're gonna sound way much better.
I think what they say is, wow, Mark sounds trash. Thomas doesn't sound great, but Mark definitely.
I remember hearing that. Like a long time ago. But then the rumor is that somebody said it about you.
Where'd you hear this rumor from? I'd like to know. Exactly.
I don't know, man.
There's no
I would rather not say. I don't want to just put anybody on the spot like that.
The rumor teller is Mark Lopez?
No, who's that? Do you know who that is?
My greatest rival and the person I hate most in this world.
Why do you hate him like that?
Because he is the worst.
But he's a
in
good
today's
friend of yours.
episode, we were interviewing Daniel Cruz.
Cruz.
So say hi, Daniel.
What's up? What up?
Mark, when did you meet Danny?
I'm gonna say about last year.
Wow,
Nah,
really?
My senior year.
Yeah, that's how they knew him. Way
The first interaction we've ever had, was my senior year after Guys and Dolls. No, after.
Oh,
after,
yes. So around the summer, really.
Mad Woman and Shiloh.
Mm.
We were
I met Danny sophomore year of high school.
I forgot when I met this guy. I really forgot.
It was because I didn't. Because we had it was conference class together, and at this point, Danny's got hair now.
Yeah, he's got hair right now.
At
sophomore year, I didn't have
sophomore year, Danny had a buzz cut.
Oh yeah, this is
wow.
ROTC years.
Oh my god, that's what I was gonna say. So I know you were in ROTC. So what did you plan on going into the military or anything like that?
Not really. I wasn't I really only did it because my brother did it, so I felt like I had that expectations to live up to that or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about your family.
I'm Puerto Rican, 100%. Born.
So you're both
raised.
Both your parents are from Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
All right.
And you have two
older brothers. One's in the Army, one's a chef. Both chefs, really. But
how old are they?
My oldest, 27.
Damn.
And my, the middle child, Carlos, he's 24.
24.
All right. 24, 29.
So they waited a little bit longer before they had you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. No, there was actually...
It was a great guy. Why'd they wait so long?
No, they didn't. There was...
Okay.
Before me, there was an actual girl. But then my mom had, a miscarriage.
Oh.
So then I would have been fourth.
Mm.
But then she had a miscarriage. I probably wouldn't have ever been here. We could have stopped at 3. I probably wouldn't have ever existed.
What if
That's crazy, right?
What if it's we still would have had the interview with the girl Danny? And there's
imagine
your name was still
Daniela
the exact same thing I did.
It was still Danny.
It's
Just
Daniela Cruz.
Daniela Cruz. Same thing.
Oh,
still
man.
crazy as hell.
Well, you know what? We're glad that we have you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're glad that you're here.
So Danny, I know you were in ROTC, and for almost all of high school. I think senior years when you got out.
Senior year. Yeah.
So what did you not like about ROTC?
Basic, the general things I didn't like about ROTC is just the strictness of it,
Strictness?
How you, made you make it a way of life, and it was a way of life that I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to keep your hair cut, you had to keep
yeah.
all that crap.
It's another thing was so I wasn't sure about that. They actually made you have a hair code and everything like that. You had to keep your hair.
Yeah, it couldn't be your sideburns couldn't be below your aperture, which is the little.
That's
the indent of the little thing that's around your ear, whatever. It couldn't be more 2 inches tall or something like that. I really don't know. So there's a lot for hair too.
So then, once you got out of that, how was your senior year overall?
Well, I started off senior year not being in ROTC at all, it was kind of cool at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I missed my first 4 days of senior year. I was in Canada for a wedding, which is amazing. Well, honestly, now I see it, yeah. So, yeah, I was in Canada. Like, coming out of summer for junior year and, like, a little bit to Canada, I was, like, probably, like, my peak, whatever, my highest out of, like, my high school experience. But then once senior year hit, that whole senior year was trash.
Yeah, it's,
I hate it. I didn't like my
hard.
senior year. There were some portions of it where it was, like, great, of course, but, like...
Yeah. No, for sure.
It was...
I feel like that's just, like, as I get older, I feel like everyone has, like, a year in their life that's just, like, it's their bad year, you know?
I feel like, yeah, there's years, but I feel like multiple people, like, have multiple years in their lives.
Yeah.
It can't just be one.
But it's like, well, I want to say there's, like, that definitive year that, like, everything's bad, and then at the end of it, you come out of it different.
Oh, yeah. Senior year is, yeah, definitely.
So it's like, I mean, sometimes it's people's senior year, sometimes it's afterwards. But yeah, no, that's gotta be, so I assume you've changed, like, you saw growth in yourself after that year.
Yeah.
I don't think I took it in completely, though. Graduation, I didn't take it in.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was obviously, like, half of my mind was on graduation, the other half was on this chick, like, okay, I wonder how she's doing, she's good or whatever. But,
And I see, like, I guess that's why, looking back, you see this year is just problematic because you see how it ended up.
How, like, was senior year bad because the end result of how me and her ended?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it almost seems like I did all that for nothing.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Like, that we had a good time, so I mean, I couldn't say it was for nothing.
Yeah.
But
because I was like before,
like if I could go back and change it, but still have this chick, I would. Or if I could just go back and be smarter, I would. Obviously.
Because I was just like
That didn't make any sense.
We were talking before about how you said your senior year was like a low point for you.
Yeah.
And it was like was this solely why? Was this like the reason?
Well, yeah, because like in so doing, chasing somebody else, like you forget about your friends, you forget about yourself. My shit with my mom wasn't going well either. Like we were just arguing because I was like selfish.
Gotcha.
Like I was taking an AP class, which I brag about so fucking much.
Which AP class was it?
Chemistry.
Hey.
It's probably one of the hardest ones you could ever
It really
take.
is.
But I was really good at chemistry. Freshman, sophomore,
For
junior
real,
year.
really?
I was.
No, I couldn't.
Like
chemistry was not my thing.
I was good at it. You can ask Ivan. We had a class together. Ivan even knew I was good at it.
Oh, I was not the smartest guy. No, I'm kidding.
Anybody that can help Ivan is a smart guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ivan, if you're listening.
But I was bombing that class. Like it's not that I didn't know my stuff, but I was like lazy. Like I didn't want to. Like my mind was somewhere else the whole time.
Okay.
So like I just started forgetting about taking care of myself, my grades, my responsibilities, my relationship with my mom and stuff. And I was like just putting all that energy into something else that didn't.
So after senior year, and after all this stuff with this girl happens, like you start at Valencia, right?
Yeah.
What was after that? Like what was going on with you?
That was like the recovery phase for me. Like Eminem's album Recovery, but so yeah, then me and William got really close, and William had been going through the same thing kind of at the same time, so we were just like coming up together. Like we were just like no homo shit, but like we were like recovering together.
Yeah.
And helping each other 100%. Out to our hard times.
You need friends when stuff like that
Yeah,
happens.
Of course, no doubt. You can't be by yourself. So yeah, no, I had started my job, which is keeping my mind off things. I was doing really good over there, making new friends, whatever, meeting new people. And then in Valencia, I was doing the same thing. Like me and William would just pull up to Valencia, be in the library, like say if we have a little bit of time, and just talk to random people.
Yeah?
We would just pull up to anybody, yo, what's up? What's your name, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like,
that's one thing, bro. Dang, you got like the highest energy out of someone I know, man. It's like I
think between you and Josh,
dude,
you guys have two different
entities of energy. Josh lets us, like, we were talking about this, like, who would we be in Star Wars? Like, Josh is totally Yoda, because it's, like, he's this, like, when he's not, like, into something, he's just, like,
he's chilling,
just like chilling, he's, like, walking around, like, super so tired all the time.
No, but I love
when
that.
he's into something, he's like, yeah, hopping around and stuff, like.
I love how he's just, like, meta whenever he's talking, like, just in a wise way, but then when he fights, he's just,
yeah, so it's, like, so that's how Josh is like that. Once he does that, he burst of energy, then he sleeps. Literally every time. Your energy is constant. It's on all the time.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
I don't know if it's like a switch. I'm just.
No, you just
I'm just
feel
like
it.
that all the time, bro. I don't know what you want me to do.
You just gotta, you feel it, bro.
I'm ready
Where
at
do
all
you
times.
think a lot of that energy comes from? Do you think it was like your dad or your mom or some family member that you know?
Definitely not my mom. Probably. I don't know about my dad.
Definitely not my mom. I hate that.
I haven't spent enough time around my dad to like know like his personality or whatever.
Oh yeah, what's your dad do?
I don't know what he does for a living. I barely. No, I won't make this deep or whatever. I don't know my dad. Not as much as like any other kid would, just because he wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of know him. Like he has three kids. He has a wife, whatever. I saw him a couple times, like past couple years, but I don't know what he does, like how his actual personality is, like everyday life or whatever.
Okay.
My mom, she got energy, but like she like dies. She's like Josh. She dies down sometimes, like goes to sleep, tired, whatever, and then she's other times she's hype. But I don't know where my constant energy comes from.
So, you said your real dad. You don't really have like the best sort of relationship with him. How? I assume your parents were divorced.
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened? Was it before you were like?
It was like, it was rocky when I was born. I think, I moved from Puerto Rico at 3 years old, roughly. So I'm assuming like before that, like
So,
maybe my
okay.
ones and twos they like got divorced, went through all that crap, and then
Okay.
they moved over here. Or my mom moved over here.
And your mom is married to your stepdad now.
My stepdad, yeah.
And how are things with him? He's a cool guy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And I mean, how old were you guys? Were you
when he came into my life? I was like, I'd say 5, 7 maybe.
Oh, okay.
All right, not that long after.
But yeah, no, he really stepped up as a father figure. Like he really did his job as a stepfather. You know, like stepdad just come in, just be with the mom, not take care of the kids. But like he actually took care of us. Even my mom took care of the house. Like y'all see my house, like everything's like hand built or whatever. Like the house was never like that before he came in. Like everything was like the walls were different color, the doors were brown, the gazebo wasn't there. I had a tree house, was like all messed up or whatever. The shed house wasn't there. So like, he really did all that by himself.
That's
and
good.
like with help from us, of course, but like it was his idea like to take care of us and all that crap.
So, you and me are both from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
What part are you from again?
Bayamon.
And
So what was that?
Bayamon.
Bayamo?
Bayamon.
I'm from the capital.
Wait, sorry.
Bayamon.
Bayamo. Okay, got you.
All right.
Bayamon.
Wait, Belmont? What was that?
Belmont in the United States.
Well, yeah,
So
that's
first
why-
level for Thomas. Yes, that's how you pronounce it.
Wait, from where?
Bayamon.
No, okay, I thought Mark said something. This is why if it were up to me, Mark would be muted this whole time. No, I'm kidding.
But you left when you said 3. I left when I was 1. So, but you, for some reason, I know, like, you're more Hispanic than I am, though. Like, I see you and you're like, that man's Hispanic. I know my people.
Yeah.
Do you listen to a lot of Spanish music? Are you really rooted to that sense of culture?
Yeah, because like when my stepdad came in, like that's all he listened to. Salsa, like reggaeton, kind of reggaeton, you know, like old school reggaeton, like the basic boom, and then people rapping over that. Yeah. So yeah, it's all because of him really. Cause my mom, she was living over here. Like you kind of like you live like a mixed life of like
For
American
sure.
and.
White
I was
people
gonna say
stuff.
white.
Yeah.
It's not really. I was gonna say white.
I know what he wants
but
to
it's not
say.
really
I know
white.
what
You can kind of see Danny like a little white sometimes. Like,
Yeah, my skin is pale, bro. Like,
Whoa.
but I was, yeah, like the American and like the Hispanic side don't mix well.
Unless it's Billy
So, like-
Joel. Billy Joel mixes anything.
Shut up.
You can just throw that man.
So like she's like living like
Any
a
culture.
double cultured life or whatever. But
And
my
the-
stepdad completely came in, didn't know a lick of English.
Really? You
Yeah,
speak any
when
English?
he got here, no, he did not know any English.
And are you?
My
Fluent,
mom knew a little bit.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
I picked it up over the years, yeah. So like I'm into salsa, which I don't listen to much on my free time. But like if we play a song, I'll probably know it because my stepdad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sort of like
that's
that with the country music. I don't listen to country music, but you know,
Like, if you play a song, you'll know it.
I know. I'd be like, hey, that's the one who's like the beer,
Big green tractor, yeah, I
and
know
the
that
chicken,
one.
and the
no
tractor.
shoes, no shirt. All right, no problem. I got that one.
Is that a banjo?
No, dude. The thing is, like, when I always, cause I don't listen to country music or anything like that, but my favorite thing about it is how just crazy the songs are. My
They're all
lord.
storytelling. I mean, I can listen to country too, just off of one Johnny Cash movie that I saw.
Oh
I
yeah,
like,
no,
I really
yeah.
like
Johnny
this
Cash
song.
is like good country though.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I really like his music, but that's like the only country I've ever listened to.
Yeah, no, everyone else is kind of just like.
Yeah.
My wife took the dog, and all I got is my truck, and that's the basis of their song.
So Danny, what is your favorite artist of all time?
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Why is J. Cole your favorite?
Why not?
May I also ask?
That's how I answered. Why not? Double platinum, no features, easy.
Who is J. Cole?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
Jamar Cole.
Born
There
in
you go.
Frankfurt, Germany. No, I'm playing.
When did you start listening to his music?
Probably around like my freshman year, which is perfect. Really, it came around perfectly at the time of my life.
And what's your favorite song by him?
I don't have one. I can't pick a
Can't?
favorite song.
If there's a song by him that you think best describes your life and who you are, what song?
Oh, damn.
Oh, is that a song? I'd never listened to J.
No,
Cole
no.
before.
Oh shit!
I don't
damn.
know. I can't.
Oh shit, damn. That's the song.
What's funny is that for anybody who ever bumps into Danny, he's literally is a good replica of him, just a lighter version of J. Cole. Pretty much.
I should never. I don't even know what J.
I
Cole
see
is.
that. I respect that.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
heard that.
Look it up. Look it up. And that was 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Nah, that came out before I was in freshman year. I didn't come in freshman
Yo,
year.
that is true. Danny does kind of look like J. Cole without the dreads, though.
What
They're coming
in his music speaks to you, and as to why you enjoy his music so much, and why you think it's like so relatable for your life?
I can't relate to most of like the things he says, like, which is really weird for a fan to be like, I can't relate. Like, he had like a worse upbringing than I did, but it's more like and like Carlos said this the other day. I'm like super empathetic. Like, if you have like something going on, I'll feel it. Like, I'll feel you and like try to help you out, whatever. So I think it's kind of like the same thing. I'm really empathetic. I hear the stuff he talks about. I'm like, damn, that's real. Like, I can understand it. You know what I mean? I can't relate to it, but I can understand it and like sympathize with you right after. But like, I think that's what it is. I like the realness. I like real shit, like conscious rap, whatever you want to call it. I love that. Like stuff that's actually present time rap, like shit that's actually going on in the world right now. Real stuff. I love that too.
So, what were you doing at Valencia? What was your major?
Originally, I was majoring in fire science.
What's that?
It's almost like a firefighter, but like a degree to be like higher than a regular.
What got you
firefighter.
interested in doing that?
I had no other interests.
That was
It's like I basically picked it just to have something to.
Oh, I know you
just to
said
go.
before you really liked chemistry. Did it have something to do with it?
Nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Danny just likes playing with fire.
So, I mean, did you want to become a firefighter or anything?
I didn't have a problem with the idea of becoming a firefighter, but I wanted to do something that like I wanted to do something with my life, obviously, and that seemed kind of cool.
I understand.
To do.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I never been want to crack under pressure or whatever like that. Like in those type of situations, I thought I'd be alright with it. But then like just doing like going through that year, the classes, like my first class was the weirdest class in the world because it was like 2 TVs and then it was a webcam. And the teacher wasn't even in my class. He was in East Campus. He was broadcasting his classroom, and then my classroom was there, just like sitting in the lesson or whatever. And he would ask us questions through the webcam or whatever, assign us homework. And I despise that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
I despised it so much.
Did they tell you that was going to be what the class was at the beginning?
Yeah, they told me. Well,
Oh.
it was on writing.
You just like seeing it.
Huh?
Seeing it in reality, you're just like, what is this?
Yeah, I was in writing, and I think I'd have a big issue with it. But then I actually did it, and like I'm more of a like one-on-one. Like I need a teacher there.
Mhm.
Like I need special attention, quote unquote.
Absolutely.
We're both, because I remember you and Will had classes with each other when we
We had one
first
class,
met. Were
yeah.
you guys? Is Will doing also still the same thing, or was Will doing something else?
He was doing like to be EMT, but I think he changed it to general now.
Oh, okay.
I had eventually ended up changing my major to general
Mhm.
because that wasn't really working out.
Yes.
Like that class, and then I had an online class.
What subject was that class? The class with the webcam and everything.
That was fire.
It was fire.
science.
Fire.
Just fire class.
Fire.
Because my online class was like fire prevention. I think this one was like fire science, like really fire science.
I hear
Okay.
you.
And I hated it.
So did you drop out the class or?
Eventually, yeah, I ended up dropping out
Oh.
because I was like flunking that. Because like now all Valencia work is online, and I can't deal with that. Like, I hate it.
It's a bit to get used to, yeah.
Yeah, and like I have trouble just going home, get on my computer. Like, I don't even have a computer like that to be doing work like that, like a good computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't go home and like just spend my free time on the computer doing homework.
That was
like I have trouble doing that. If it was on paper in high school, I would always finish my homework in class.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure,
That was
for
always
sure.
that was like when I first started going to Valencia. I was like, why don't they just give me the worksheets or whatever? Like, I hate having to do all this stuff online. But now, I totally see online is the way to go. For some places.
Like I tried. I really did try, but I just didn't like it.
So
I
with that major, like you started noticing like everything for that was like just all online. Everything was
the 2 classes I had for that were all online. There's like my other class, like I had an English comp, and then I think it was Intro to Humanities.
Mm-hmm.
Intro, I did good in intro only because I had William. Like, William was in that class, so we did our work together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he kind of like forced me to go to his house and we did homework together just because he didn't want to fail either. English was doing good until I didn't do one essay, and that like brought me really, really down.
Dang, man.
Yeah, that really gets you.
And then like
Don't
I think I
play.
just didn't do another. Like, I did really poorly on another essay, and then got like flunked me, so I ended up dropping out of that class.
So you're not going to school anymore?
Nah, after that year, I just realized like this shit ain't really for me.
So at this point, you essentially have run out of options, and you decide, I think I just might go to the military.
Yeah, that was like a big thought that I had.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a decision that I was like, all right, this is like the end all be all whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if everything runs out, I'm gonna do this.
What was your main reason, or essentially, I guess like your reasoning behind like maybe this should be the way to go? Because obviously you had your brothers.
Well, I had my brother that was in the military, but that didn't really like veer me, because if that was the case, then I would have been there already. But it was just like you got nothing else, bro. Like, you gotta do something with your life. I'm not gonna stay home.
So now we're at present day, and now you are doing.
Well, I'm trying my hand in music real quick.
But I think that's always been the goal. And I
Right.
feel like that's been the potential you've had in your life. We've just never gotten you there.
Like, you think
Like you always were
think I
gonna
was
do
always meant
music.
to do music?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
now we've reached
probably.
it.
That's the one that's like you've always been real passionate about, especially like your love for J. Cole, man. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And whenever we go to Cheyenne's house, not Josh's house. When you guys would spit bars, you know what you're doing out there, and you obviously get really.
Where's like I've seen you.
But you're very happy whenever you guys do that stuff. I never see you that happy for anything else but that. So where are you taking the steps now to do that?
Me and William, they did always the same thing. We do some freestyle all the time.
Mhm.
We always talked about like, when we make it, like whatever. And like for a while, I took that like I would say, oh yeah, we're gonna make it, but then I didn't take it seriously like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, as like I'm getting older, I'm growing, like seeing other people do it, and like I dive into artists like J. Cole's life. I dove into it, like his beginnings. Did it to Drake. I've done it to multiple artists, whatever. Like it's possible. Like right now, it seems possible more than ever for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I think about it, I'm like I could do it. I don't see a reason why I can't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like pushes me more to start taking those steps. So now, like, I never did it before, but now I'm like writing more, just trying to figure out what I want to say. Like the other day I wrote something. I think I showed you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys told me it was good. I showed other people. Carlos thought it was really good. William thought it was good. Ant thought it was good. So yeah, and then it kind of started in high school. Sorry, we're going backwards, but I started in we made this little group called Rome. It was me, and Ivan, and William. And like we would just spend lunches in the chorus room, like the rooms on the side of the piano, and just put a beat on and freestyle. We try to write. Like we've written, me and Ant have a kind of like a song together. We have our verses done, and we kind of know what we want to say, but we never like actually recorded it. Yeah, we had a SoundCloud and everything. There's only like 2 songs on there. Me and Ivan did a song together,
Mm-hmm.
Lost Love. Go check it out on SoundCloud. Rome, Roame. But yeah, now like back then it didn't seem like I could do it, but now like it seems like I could do it.
That's where your passion is.
For some reason, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with the music shit. But we'll see where it goes from there.
Do you have any advice you'd like to give to people who are in sort of like the same situation as you right now?
In life, like don't ask me about music. I'm just starting out, but like in life, just be more understanding to people's pain, but try to figure out people. I've noticed that more recently now that I like talking to people way more than I used to, and I like to getting to know people, but like the deep stuff. Like it's weird just coming off a stranger and like, so like you and your mom together, your dad's not there, why? Like how'd that affect you in your life? But that's what I like to know about people, like how did that actually affect you? And then I like knowing why people are the way they are, like diving into their like mind and like figuring out, like being understanding, being empathetic with them. Like I like that's cool to me. And then whatever. Advice to one of my homeboy right now, really go do it because he lost somebody, a girlfriend, whatever. And like I see his posts on Twitter and stuff like that. It's a real shit, right, man? I hate losing somebody, but you gotta keep moving, bro. You can't really put all you can't put yourself into somebody else, you know what I mean? Like you can't make them your focal point of living.
You can't live just for them. You gotta live for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's what he kind of did. And like I feel like a lot of today's relationships are like that. Like I need you, and because I don't have you, like my life's in turmoil. Like that's why we start yelling at each other when we start arguing. And like I get violent or whatever just because I don't want to lose you or whatever, you know what I mean? Like having you like feels like a hole in my heart or whatever. And I feel like the only type of people that does that, and I can say it myself because I did the same thing, is like an unhealthy person in their head.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's like levels of unhealthiness that you gotta, this shit you gotta fix within yourself, you know what I mean? And like, nah, it's just advice to him. I just hope the shit works out for him, you know. You just gotta get out, bro. You can't be stuck in your house all day doing nothing. And I did that too, which really fucked me up for a while.
Our next musical guests are 4 kids from Central Florida who are holding nothing back in their new single that you can find on Apple Music and Spotify. Oh, also, this song is intended to be heard in loud speakers. This is Dog Church in 3, 2,